So by now, you've no doubt seen Elon Musk's We Robot event, which unveiled the Tesla Robotaxis along with the Optimus robots. Boy, what can I say? I'm actually writing a book at the moment. I've mentioned this before. I'm writing my first science fiction novel, which is a few weeks away from being finished, but I'm also having some trouble with the cover design. So if there's any good cover designers out there who'd like to have a crack at it, you can email me. The email is on screen. So I'm also writing a non-fiction book, which is going to be about technology, and it's really a collection of essays plus some personal tech rants of mine. And one of the themes of that particular book is the relentless and unchecked aspect of modern smart tech development. We as consumers are not involved in the conversation or really active participants in the shaping of our future reality. We are, however, merely the active participants in the use and consumption of the latest tech products, regardless as to the need for them or any of the potential negative consequences. Now, it can't be just me. When I look at these robots, I recoil at how dystopian this feels. I mean, the obvious comparisons have already been made with the robots from iRobot, the movie.
Please remain indoors. This is for your own protection.
The price tag for these things is expected to be between $20,000 to $30,000, which, when you think about it, I mean, given what these things are capable of doing and their sophistication, it's not that much money. I mean, if they'd said $100,000, I would have believed that price point. But $30,000, yeah, it's not cheap. But for some people, that's only the price of a new car. So I do foresee upper middle class people buying these as luxury items for their home, like a home butler. And I think if it has genuine utility and doesn't, struggle to climb the stairs and has a decent battery life, it might be a benefit around the home, sure, especially if it's intelligent enough to follow instructions correctly. And I can definitely foresee a situation not long after this thing is released where you'll walk into your wealthy friend's house and they'll be showing this thing off to you with a goofy "look what I bought" grin. And just like that, we'll be living in iRobot, hopefully without the bit where the robots become violent and crazy. So why is it when I look at these machines walking around, dancing, doing menial tasks, I can't help but be uncomfortable by this? I'm supposed to look at these robots as being like C-3PO, pleasant, friendly, helpful, a friend and companion. But I don't want a robot friend or a robot companion, right? I prefer to have real flesh and blood human friends. Smartphones have done a lot of damage, I think, as well, in terms of socializing, right? They're very isolating. They're antisocial things. This would be far worse. Developing a relationship with such a machine is just really sad. And I don't want a robot dog. I want a real dog, right? I don't want a Tamagotchi virtual child, right? You want to have a real baby. So why are we replacing humans with machines like this? I think the fundamental issue with technological development has been, do we need to do this thing? Do we need to invent this just because we can? Just because the technology is there to build something like this, is this really going to be a net positive in the long run? Now, they might be great for doing difficult or dangerous manual labor, but it's not going to end there. Eventually, they could be doing all the labor. Do you know what I mean? When the price tag comes down, when robots like this, including competitors from other companies, when this type of technology becomes cheaper, it's more affordable to be mass produced, an army of similar robots could tirelessly build our homes and build and maintain our roads. And all of our infrastructure, for that matter. This is just going to further exacerbate the competency crisis we already have, which is that people are just going to be maintaining robots that maintain everything else for us until the robots can actually self-maintain, right? And they don't need us at all. So if robots end up doing all the work in society that was once done by human beings, which just looks like an inevitable evolution of this, right? So they completely replace the human labor force. Future generations are eventually going to have no practical knowledge or technical skills required to maintain society. They're going to be utterly useless, right? In 20 to 30 years' time, 50 years' time, 100 years' time, what are human beings going to be doing? What meaning are we going to have in our lives? The robots could be running everything in our society, building everything, maintaining it, and serving us. And are we just supposed to sort of watch entertainment, sit at home and watch movies or play video games, live in virtual worlds? After a while, that becomes kind of dystopian in itself, right? That becomes kind of a nightmare. Because if human beings don't have challenge and a reason to get out of bed in the morning, what's the point? There has to be something for us to overcome in order to feel a sense of satisfaction in life. So again, this is just robbing humans of their usefulness. This kind of thing is making humans further redundant with more automation. We're making our species obsolete. So when I look at these faceless machines, yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable to say I feel kind of threatened. Do you? And, maybe it's just a cynical part of me, but where does the next generation of future advanced robots lead us to? I mean, I can absolutely envisage a situation where some tyrannical governments of this world would just love to one day augment their police forces with an army of robot machines. I mean, can you imagine? If there's ever a situation in the future where the jackboot of tyranny is being applied, is being brought to bear on protesters, and even human police can't stomach doing the job because, they have a conscience, something that robots are not burdened with, well, robots won't argue when given their orders. Robots don't complain. They don't disobey. They just do the job that they're given to do, no questions asked. I mean, I can't help but think of the robots from Elysium. Anyway, just some thoughts for the day. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for more. Hit that like button. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.